All right, boys and girls, we're back here again, and we have a new Destiny Tarot that has come out. And as usual, I always cover this for you guys and what to choose. And again, the landscape of this has changed quite drastically. So, the usual thing remains 275 tickets on the first day. Everybody here is going to lose their shit if you don't know about it, but it's always 275, guys. The first day, you will not get a multi unless you pay into it. Now, how do you get more? Well, first off, you know how to get them urgently. You got to get your dailies done. Every time you get your dailies, you're going to have enough to do a multi on the second day. Okay, keep that in mind. If you want more, you're going to have to go to the mall and purchase more. Now, the best way to purchase this, I'm going to go through this like I do every single time, is not through the limited pack. Please, please, please do not buy these packs. They're overly priced and not worth it. You'll be losing money and doing yourself a disservice. Don't buy these tarot packages. If you plan to spend at all, spend wisely, number one, and the best way to spend it is in these daily sections. Like you see here, weeklies and monthlies, again, do not possess any of these tarot cards, but the dailies do. So go ahead and purchase yourself the $1.29s, the $6.49s, the $12.99s, etc. Now, when you purchase one of these, you're additionally going to get another package that usually pops up that forces you to pay a higher value, but those will also have additional tarot cards. So please, guys, be smart about your spending. If you do plan to spend because you're interested in something in this tarot card event, this is where you shop. Do not shop at limited tarot shop. Shop smart, shop S smart. If you guys don't know what that is, then you're too damn young. All right, anyways, jumping over to the actual Destiny Tarot. Now, it does end in 13 days, but you only have 11 days of actual drops to happen. So keep that in mind. There's 2 days of actually purchasing power. Let's go to the exchange tent. Let's talk about, actually, before we do that, let's go to the reward section to see what you guys can get actually as multis, right? Because it's pretty important to note this. The biggest thing you can get here is the div scrolls. Okay, you have only a 1% chance, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I get these fairly often on both accounts, which is great. The other things you really want to go for here is going to be this Mound of Breakstones, Abundant Fighter EXP, and Mound of Cash, and then of course the Faith Gems. Those are going to be the best things here that you can get, and then the Boost Stones. So those are pretty damn big. Workshop tokens happen a lot more often, arcade coins happen a lot more often, etc. Like you'll get, this is the best resource-based event in the game. When it comes out, this is where you want to put all of your focus on increasing your account. But there's a difference this time around, right? They're starting to change the characters again. So let's go through this. You guys know what this is already. This is the fifth avatar or frame now for this event, and they keep getting more elaborate. This one actually looks really badass, I have to admit. But anyways, frames are just aesthetics. They're just for your account to show off. They do nothing for your account. Remember that. If you are a collector, you're going to go for this. If you're a whale or a dolphin, you're going to go for this. If you're free to play, you're most likely just going to skip out on it because most of your stuff will be coming from events where you get top 50 and you can get yourself those badass frames instead, right? So keep that in mind. All right, now things are changing, and they're changing a lot, okay? If you look here, first off, Boost Stones and tiers are gone. That's huge. And that's a good thing. And the reason why that's a good thing is because they're becoming more and more abundant as people are progressing through the game. Tier 2, Tier 1, Boost Stones, events are dropping them like hotcakes, right? So this event is the first event now that actually offers you these two. Now, for the same value here, the 30 and 30, you are 1,000% should be getting these. No ifs or buts about it. Okay? You should be 100% focusing on these. And the reason why I say this, just to get yourself 30 of these in the general shop, it cost, what was it? Was it 550? 350? Something crazy like that in terms of diamonds. And they only give you 30. You can actually collect yourself a lot of these and boost your characters or save them for future characters. This is the best value you're going to get in this, bar none. Easily. Okay? This is actually good value as well. The only difference here is, though, if you go back to the shop here, the general shop, you can purchase them for 20 for 3 times, and it's money related. But here, you can see here 200. So it is like 200, 250. So it's actually 700 diamonds to get only 30 of these. So that's the value there for 700 diamonds. Now, there is something else here, of course, and that's A-Chun. She is, now that she's working in tag position with her Vortex, she's now becoming a hot commodity. So a lot of you guys are going to maybe aim for her instead. So here's what I'm going to say about this. Vega is becoming more apparently available through other events that are being dropped. The thing with A-Chun is you can use her as an A version in almost all boss fights, right? So she is incredible as a support and actually better than Elena. I say on par with S. Yang now. Not as good as S. Poisons. But those three there are your best supports for boss events. So you maybe, if you don't want to summon for her using 5,000 gems, you may be going for her as your first thing. So for all players, she may be your number one goal here, okay? But do not sleep on this. If you don't care about her, having her as a support, and that's an if, right? You should 100% be going for these. And I showed you the value. That's 700 for 30, or 750 for 30. You could be getting yourself 50 of them for only 30 of these, which I think you get almost every day of completing a multi. I think. We'll have to go back and check that again when it happens. But absolutely the best value here are these two. Okay? This is also very good. So don't worry about, like, 100 for 30 is also very, very good. Okay? So, like, all three of these are great values. Vega, again, I would hold off on. Realistically, there's enough damage dealers in the game that are better than him anyways. Not the end of the world. Everything else here, guys, I'm going to talk about real quick. Brand new players, you're not going to worry about this. Brand new players, you're not going to. This is for mid to end game players. Brand new players, you're going to worry about getting yourself an A-Chun. And most importantly, all players are most likely going to get this and get it out of the way first. These resources here are going to be the things that's going to drive your account furthest. And this is why I said this is the most important resource event easily, right? But for a lot of mid-game players, this is not becoming a concern anymore. It's more about getting things like this to power up your units. So keep that in mind. So for newer players, this is going to be your best. It's going to be your breakstones first, EXP next, and money, and you want to completely max these out as quick as you can, okay? For mid to end game players, you're probably going to focus here or here. This is going to probably be your two main things, okay? So it is a good change. It is a great change. No more T2 stuff. No more boost stones. It's not the end of the world. We get those in other events anyways, but it's nice to see change of pace in a direction where they're making it a little easier now to get yourself resources like the soul cores and then these soul shards, right? And that's a good thing because, again, they're very expensive. You need a lot of them, and they're the things that are going to boost your character's powers up more than anything else. So kudos to the devs for adding this. So, guys, that's where you should be focusing on. So I hope this video helped. Let me know if you have any comments in the comment section. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section. We can, of course, discuss. But that's my take on it as someone who's a free-to-play account player as well as a main account ex-whale, right? So that's what I would be doing for both accounts. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.